Do you have low income or possibly less than stellar credit? An FHA loan might be the answer to getting a dream home sooner than you think. What are the requirements for an FHA loan? FHA loans are backed by the Federal Housing Administration. They were started back in 1934 with the National Housing Act of 1934. The purpose of them at the time was to give lenders extra insurance so that they felt comfortable with making loans to people that were having a hard time. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, loan officer for almost 3 decades, and on my channel, I'm super passionate about educating you with real facts, no BS, everything mortgage. Stick around. What are the requirements of an FHA loan? So there's a few things that make FHA loans super unique. Again, FHA means Federal Housing Administration, and what that means is that these loans are backed by the U.S. government, Department of Housing and Urban Development. So they want to make sure that homeowners have every opportunity to realize the dream of home ownership. FHA loans are great loans. So the first thing that FHA loans are known for is that they allow credit scores down to 550. Now be careful because most lenders are going to cap it or are going to limit to 580. Now, ideally, if you can get your credit score above 640, that's going to mean better interest rates and better fees for you. The down payment requirement on an FHA loan is as little as 3.5%. And did you know that you don't have to be a first-time home buyer? Multiple time owners can have FHA loans at any time. Now, you can only have one FHA loan at a time. So if you've got an FHA loan now and you're buying a new home, be careful because you can only have one FHA. Also, FHA is for primary residence purchases only. What that means is that you're going to live there as your primary residence. FHA also allows for multi-unit properties. This is a way that investors can buy a property that's got 2, 3, or 4 units, live in one of them, and rent out the rest. Now, I've got a video about that on buying an investment property with FHA that's on the YouTube card above. You're going to want to watch that one. So on an FHA loan, they allow a debt-to-income ratio up to 55%. This means that for every gross dollar that you earn of income, that 55% can go towards your whole debt service. So some people need this extra push in order to get themselves into the home that they're looking for, into the right neighborhood. Now, if you're liking the video so far, make sure to comment. I would love to hear what some of your questions are. Share it with a friend and be sure to like. We're talking about requirements on an FHA loan. Now, there's a couple of other important features that are important to know on FHA and why sometimes this is the very best option for you when you're buying your next home. Remember, it's primary only and you can only have one FHA loan at a time. Now, FHA loans are assumable. What that means is that later, years down the road, when you're going to sell your home, if your interest rate was really low than what those current market conditions are, that the loan is assumable by that new potential buyer. So it could make it easier for you to sell your home later on. Now, I've got a video about that, so you want to make sure to watch it on the YouTube card above, so stick around the channel. Now, the other thing to know about FHA is that it does have what we call mortgage insurance premium. So some people see this as a deficit, as a con to an FHA loan. I actually see it as a benefit. Remember, they're letting you put 3.5% down, less than stellar credit, high debt to income ratio. It's really a great loan for some people. So what a mortgage insurance premium is it's a factorial. It's an amount that's added to the loan amount. So it's 1.75% of the loan amount. So if your loan amount's $100,000, the amount is $1,750 that's added to the loan. It goes to FHA as it's a risk factor. It's an insurance. Now, you're also going to pay a monthly amount. So that monthly MIP, or mortgage insurance premium, is determined by how much you put down. So if you put less than 10% down, it's 0.85%, and more is 10% down or more is 0.80%. Now you're probably wondering, what does that mean for me? I've got a video just for you if you're interested on how to calculate the mortgage insurance premium. So check out the video on the YouTube card above. Another important feature of an FHA loan is that there's no prepayment penalty. You can refinance at any time. So let's say when you get in the loan, the rate might be higher or your credit might be a little bit low. Don't worry, you marry the house, not the rate. You can refinance later on when your credit might get better, your income might increase, and you can refinance out of that FHA loan, no problem. There's no penalty. Another great feature of an FHA loan is that you have 6% of the sales price that can be credited to you at the time of closing. Now, this is really helpful when some borrowers need an extra helping hand with closing costs at the time that you're purchasing. So if you're buying a house, let's just say $300,000. 6% of $300,000 is $18,000. Now, before you get excited, that $18,000 cannot exceed the actual closing costs. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky, but it could cover all of your closing costs. So closing costs are determined by what state you live in, how much are the taxes, how much are the property insurance, are you paying points to buy down the interest rate at closing. So there's lots of things that can be happening. You want to watch another video that I have about seller closing costs and how closing costs are calculated. So we've got these resource and links for you of all the videos that I've mentioned. Be sure to check out this description when the video is done. I've got several links to other videos about this topic. Now you're likely also wondering, how does an FHA loan differ than a conventional loan? Those are the two main types of loans, and which one is best for me? At the end of this video is one that's called FHA versus conventional. So be sure to stick around the channel. I look forward to educating you soon.